All right, so we're going to show you how to use head weights. If we gave you head weights, it's to help restore the curve in your neck, and it's also to reduce the forward head posture. One of the worst problems that we see now, it's really epidemic, is the forward head carriage, where the neck comes forward and the shoulders come back. Talk to my dad, who's been in chiropractic for 35 or 40 years. This type of problem has gotten worse and worse and worse over the years with computers, with sitting in cars, with all the modern day things that we do. So the head weights is one of the most innovative things we have in chiropractic, as simple as it may seem. It's something that you're going to do at home. And it's basically going to use your body's own wisdom to help make the correction. Now, the correction actually comes from your adjustment, but this is really going to help to strengthen a lot of the ligaments that have been stretched out over time. When we see that bad subluxation in the neck, when we don't have the forward head posture, when we don't have the forward curve, but instead we have forward head posture, a lot of the ligaments get stretched out, and it's almost like a ligament in your waistband, that once it stretches out for so long, you can only tighten it up so much. So using the head weights is going to strengthen all of the soft tissue to bring the posture right back up to where it needs to be. And as well, it's also going to promote oxygenation of the lungs and really, really help you with your overall correction. So when we give you these head weights, you're going to get a headband, and you're going to get 4 individual weights. Each one weighs a pound. Now, physiologically here, if I was to put a little weight on the front of my head, it's going to force my head down. So therefore, the muscles and the ligaments in the back of my neck will come up this way so that my eyes stay level with the horizon. Even when you see people that are very old, that get that awful hunch that really could have been avoided, still their body's wisdom is to bring their eyes back up to center. So as we do this, as the weight is on the front of the head, your eyes will naturally come back up to center. That's your body's own reflex, and this will help to strengthen what's going on in the back of the neck to further your correction. So you will have gotten, if you're a patient in our office, you will have gotten a chart to help you with this. You're going to start with just 1 pound. And again, the headband is set up so that you've got 3 pouches. I realize it's a little hard to see on the video, but you've got 3 pouches. You've got 1, 2, 3. And the weight must always be front and center. So when you're using one pound, it's just going to go right here in the middle pouch. When you go to 2 pounds, which will be with time, that's also going to be in the middle pouch. Then when you go to 3 pounds, you're going to do them in all 3 pouches like this. And then ultimately, when you do your 4th pound, that'll also just double up in the center pouch so that all of the weight is right front and center. So let me put one on for you as an example. This is one that just has 1 pound in it. You need to put this on yourself if you're a female, or if you have long hair and it kind of slides a little bit. Some patients will actually wear this over top of a baseball cap, so they kind of sit on the brim of a baseball cap so they're not sliding forward. This weight needs to go right here on the corner of your head, not down here and not up here, otherwise your neck's not going to do any of the work. So I'm going to put it on myself. Make sure you put it on yourself. Don't have anybody help you. Good. So you want that Velcro as tight as it can be so that it's not sliding around. And this is basically it. Now, the best way to use these is to use these walking on a treadmill or walking around the house. Do not do any dishes or computer work or sit down. If you're going to sit, you can sit up on a stool, but you can't have your back rested up against anything. It's vital that your body's own reflexes are at work here, helping to basically bring the posture right back up where it needs to be. Again, this is going to start, if you're a patient in our office, we'll recommend that you start with 5 minutes, work up towards 20 minutes, and even in my case, I've been fortunate enough to have chiropractic adjustments my whole life. I have a good curve in my neck, but I still wear the head weights. I wear it once a week for 15 minutes when I come home from a run. It's a good maintenance thing that I can do to keep my posture where it needs to be. The last thing I'll just emphasize is that you should feel a little tired after you use them. It definitely should not hurt. Quite often people will say, well, the back of my neck was hurt, it was hurting, or it was sore. It's much like a workout. The first time you use your bicep muscle, you're really going to feel it. Well, now we're starting to use muscles that really have not been used for a long time. So you will feel it, however, it should not hurt. And as it gets easier and easier, you'll be able to go up from 1 pound up to 4 pounds, and you'll go from 5 minutes up to 20 minutes, and then down the road moving towards maintenance. This is something that you'll want to do at least 1 to 3 days a week for about 15 minutes long term, just for your own good wellness.